Good morning. Happy Mother's Day again. But for some of you, this may be a different type of feeling. It may be a different type of moment and a different experience. So why do I say that? Because for some of you, like myself, you've experienced a miscarriage or miscarriages. You've experienced an abortion, as I have as well. So today may be different for you. It's different for me because for the first Mother's Day ever, I'm really hit hard by those babies I don't have in my life right now. I'm very, very blessed to have two beautiful sons. But for some reason today, it just hit me that I don't have those other babies in my life. The miscarriages, the abortions, I would never hold them in my arm. I would never see what their purpose is. I would never know their love for me. I would never know their love for their brothers. So it hit me. And this one is hard for me because it took everything in me just to come in to do the video, because I thought I just need to go through my own healing on this. But then, you get that unction that somebody else needs to go through their healing on that as well. That somebody else is struggling with the feeling, the emotions, the heartbreak that they're going through by not having that baby in their arms. So that's a different kind of Mother's Day for you. You may be living in fear that you've experienced something that you don't want to share with others. You may be feeling shame. When we live in fear, when we live in shame, it makes us hold in those feelings that can really take our breath away, and not in a good way. It can make us feel as if we're hostage to something that we've done in our past. No, we won't. Not on this earth. We would not hold those babies in our arms. And it can be a hurtful feeling. I remember the day that I had the abortion. I remember those hospitalizations where I was having miscarriages. And in one of those moments is what made me decide to become a nurse. That plus other things. But I want you to do one thing. Well, I want you to do several things. I want you to forgive yourself. There's nothing we can do about the decisions that we made. There's nothing we can do about it except forgive ourselves and receive forgiveness. We can't take that moment back. We can't go back to that moment when we went to the clinic to have the abortion. We can't change the circumstances that caused us to have the miscarriage. But we can forgive ourselves for those decisions. We can forgive the person or persons who did not support us. We need forgiveness for our peace. We need forgiveness for our sanity. We need forgiveness for our future. Because if we don't have that forgiveness, if we don't live in that forgiving moment, it can cause us to make more decisions that are not healthy for us. It can cause us to be in relationships that are unnecessary. It can cause us to pick up habits that are not good for us. It can cause us to use our bodies in ways that they shouldn't be used. It can cause us to think that we're not good enough, that we're not worthy. It can cause us to feel like we're never going to make it. But you know what? We will make it. We will make it. I want you to begin forgiving self, forgive others. Sometimes, if you've had a miscarriage, you may be questioning God and asking God, why did you allow this to happen to me? Why did you take my baby away from me? And those are answers that we may not ever know. I should have a granddaughter right now. And I had not planned on sharing this. So my son, if you're watching, if you catch this on replay, forgive Mom for sharing. But I should have a granddaughter who's she'll probably 3 this year. And a week before she was due to be born, her mom started having complications. And she was stillborn. Madison Camille Scott. She was born on August the 17th, my nephew's birthday. And she was buried on August 25th, my birthday. So during that time, during that season, we all flew to Virginia to be with my son, to be with her. And I did get to hold her. The nurses were excellent. They preserved her. They kept her in the room. I was able to hold her. Throughout my time when my son told me and me trying to get to Virginia, I just constantly stayed in prayer like, Lord, this cannot be happening. Not just for me, but for my son and for the mother. For her to get to a week prior to delivery and have a miscarriage. But we have a loving God. We have a forgiving God. So if you've gone through a miscarriage, if you've had an abortion, today may be a different kind of Mother's Day for you. I want you to continue to have faith that you are worthy. Continue to trust who you are. Do not live in fear of judgment. Find that one person that you can trust. If you've not shared it with anyone, find that one person that you can trust to share your feelings with. And you have to use the spirit of discernment. You can't share what you've experienced with everybody because they're not going to understand. You have to use the spirit of discernment. And I'm not even going to say choose your words wisely when you're experiencing your hurt, when you're experiencing your pain, when you're experiencing your loss. Because sometimes you just need to let it out. You just need to let it out. It may feel like you have failed. It may feel like you have fallen. It may feel like you cannot be forgiven. We've all fallen short of God's glory. If anybody tries to tell you they're perfect, they're a lie. If anybody tries to tell you they've never done anything wrong, they're lying. Seek your forgiveness, not just from God. You need to seek forgiveness for yourself so that you don't live with the pain. And I did not realize until today that I truly had not dealt with the pain of the miscarriages and abortion. I had not dealt with the pain. But I'm so thankful for a forgiving God, for a loving God, that this too shall pass. That He is more than enough. He is more than what I need. I've written about this in my book. And I thought, you know what? I've written about it. I'm healed. I'm good. I can move on. But then there's some times where He brings you back and says, no, daughter, you need to heal from this. You need to be restored. And that's where I am today. At that moment, on this day, Mother's Day 2020, in the midst of everything that's going on, He has put me in a place where He's realizing you need to restore in this area. There's another level of forgiveness, another level of healing that you need. Because if you're like me, you're one of those people where something happens, you get over it, you move on. You really don't grieve it, mourn it, and sit down to receive what you need from it. That's me. Something will happen, I'll just move on. It's like, okay, well, that happened, time to move on. But we definitely need to be forgiven. Now, you don't have to go out and share your story like this. It took everything in me to come on live and talk about the miscarriages and the abortion. But it's not about me. That would be selfish. It's not about me. It's about the women who need to heal. It's about the men who need to heal from their wife, girlfriend, or significant other having a miscarriage. It's about the men who need to heal, who may have said to the woman, here's money for an abortion, or I don't want this baby, or we're not ready. Men, you need to heal and forgive yourself as well. It's for the parents who thought, no, I want more for my daughter than this. It's for the family members who said, you're too young to have a baby. We're going to have an abortion. Forgive yourself. Forgive the person who put you in that moment. You have to move forward and forgive. And please, it's not just for that moment. When you encourage someone to have an abortion, you're setting them up for a lifetime of hurt. You're setting them up for pain. Your daughter may be pregnant. Your sister may be pregnant. Your son may have gotten someone pregnant. But encouraging them to get an abortion is wrong. It is wrong. I love you too, son. And I thank you for loving me. I thank you, David and Ovell, for loving your mom past the things that I've done, past the hurt I've caused, past me not loving you the way maybe you should have been loved, past loving me for when I didn't hear you, Thank you for loving me beyond my faults. Thank you for loving me when it seemed like I was too busy. Not seem like I was too busy, but when I was too busy. Thanking you for loving me beyond my pain. Thank you for loving me when I sat you and your brother down and told you about the abortion. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for forgiving me. I love you and your brother more than anything you can imagine. So please, if someone is pregnant and it's hurting you, it's hurting your heart, you think it's going to ruin their future, you think that you're not ready, an abortion is not the answer. There are people who can't have children who would love to adopt your beautiful baby. Don't encourage a young lady to have an abortion. Don't encourage your son's girlfriend to have an abortion. It hurts. You may think they're fine after they go through what appears to be their initial grieving moment. You may think they're fine for many years, and they may be fine. They may come off as fine, but I am 48 years old, and I'm experiencing a different type of need for healing right now for something that happened to me years ago. So for all of you who are having a different type of Mother's Day today, I love you. Forgiveness is a beautiful thing, not just for you, but for the other person, not just for the other person, but for you. Go through your healing process, go through your moments. If you are pregnant, baby, stay pregnant. Don't get an abortion just to satisfy somebody else. Take care of your health. Unfortunately, yes, women do have miscarriages for different reasons. I had an incompetent cervix, so that's why I was having my miscarriages. Once we realized that, I went through the necessary processes to hold my two babies that I have right now, and I'm so thankful for them. A different kind of Mother's Day, absolutely. But we shall make it through this one, just as we've made it through others. So I love you all. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, Felicia said it hurts and it stays with you for life. Yes, it does. So here's the thing. If you are brave enough, share your story. Share your journey, because it can help somebody else. That's one of the reasons why I went on and came on this morning. Because again, I wanted to just kind of take this and deal with it on my own, but somebody else is experiencing that pain. Somebody else is experiencing that hurt, and they don't really know how to deal with it. You know, Felicia said, release it. You got to let it go. Receive his forgiveness. And yes, God, forgive us for all that we've done. So you are beautiful. You are loved. You are necessary. You are worthy. So is the child. So I love you all. I love you to life. Again, love yourself to life is not just what I say. It's who I am. It's what I do. And I have to go right now and finish this war cry out. I love you all. It's your girl, Dr. Monica, and it's a different kind of Mother's Day, but we're going to make it through it. So happy Mother's Day to you all. Enjoy your day. If your mother is still living and you all do not have a good relationship, still reach out to her. Because when she's gone, it's too late. It's too late when she's gone. I miss my mother. And I'm about to start crying again, so I'm going to get off. I miss our times together. Absolutely amazing. I miss her and my dad. They died 2 months apart. So I love you all. I've said that several times, but I have to go right now because the tears are about to fall again. So it's your girl, Dr. Monica. I am signing off now, and I love you to life. Happy Mother's Day.